Hey guys, Yxlarb here, and welcome back to my Forza Motorsport 6 series. In the last episode, we did some autocross in the Corvette Z06. However, that ended up being a much shorter video than I anticipated. I actually didn't realize how short it was while I was doing it. If I knew, I probably would have added a little something else, but what's done is done. We've had this Supra for a while, but I've just now decided to use it. So let's do that. What do we need to know about the Supra RZ? Let's see, we got 320 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque, weight just over 3,300 pounds, and we have almost a perfect weight distribution with 53% of the weight on the front. Let's get in the car and do some stuff to it. Now basically, we're going to try to make a really fast car. That's the only purpose of this video. With this Supra does not need to be necessarily good in the corners. It doesn't really need to be reliable in any way as long as we get it to the speed desired. And that speed I don't really know what it is yet. So let's just go into free play with it first. So basically the track to go to in terms of top speed testing is Le Mans. And particularly Le Mans, the old Mulsanne track. So yeah, there we go. We got it set up. So we're ranked to C right now, 473. That's not too high. I'm not expecting to go too fast in this run, but I do want to get a little baseline so that we can test as we go. So yeah, it's going to be one of those kind of videos where we test as we go. Basically, a simple way of doing this is to just throw on every part that we can, tune it slightly, and then just go for it. But where's the excitement in that? Plus, there's no bulk to the video that way. Not trying to say that I'm trying to actually bulk up the video. I just want to basically show how much certain things help. So basically, we'll put on a bunch of power and then see how fast we can go after that. And then, say we remove weight. Say we, do something else. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. But basically, I'm gonna show you the assists. It's the way I always play. The only things that are really going to affect this are, traction stability control, steering is normal. I'm always playing manual with clutch. You don't have to worry about that. Very rarely do I ever play automatic. I do have one mod on, that's ABS off. The only reason that's on is because I play with ABS off anyway, and I might as well get an extra 15% added onto my race, in terms of credits, just because, I'm already doing that. Might as well get paid for it. So here we go, our Supra. Oh yeah, right-hand drive, of course. Now, some of you might be wondering why I'm actually using the Supra. Well, that reasoning is actually pretty simple. The Supra is one sec. Sorry about that. The Supra is probably one of the most popular cars to make fast at this point in time, especially. These things can make crazy power. I mean, there's crazy turbo builds out there. I know several 1,000+ horsepower Supras, Mark IVs particularly, and they're just insane. These things are insane. So it just seemed appropriate. Plus, I'd already won it in a spin a little while back, so why not? We have nothing to lose. Now, what makes Le Mans so ideal for this, I mean, I've already talked about this before, but it has the longest straight in the game. And it's not a perfect straight either. A lot of people like to drag race here. It's not the most accurate place to drag race in, but whatever. Basically, we're going to go from a standstill on this side and go all the way to the other side. Now, since there are some slight inclines heading this direction, I'm going to be coming back from the other direction as well, just to make sure we get the highest number possible. So here we go. Let's go. Come on. Start from right here. Don't want to hit the wall, just because I want to look nice and minty fresh, yo. Here we go. There we go. We're making some serious progress here. Now, this thing is no slouch, even stock. I mean, as you can see, we're making some serious progress. That's over 100 miles an hour. I was about to say horsepower there. Over 100 horsepower. Yes, that is also true. Oh, there we go. This is just one of those... It was basically an instant classic when it came out. I just can't believe Toyota's not doing so much in the sports car category anymore. I don't know. I mean, you can make arguments, about the LFA and the new freaking, what's it called, that new quote-unquote supercar concept that they're making. the Formula T1, something like that, FT1, I don't know. Either way, I think that thing is so ugly. Wow. It has more vents than my house does, and it's ridiculous. It looks so silly. It looks like it has a beak nose. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be fast, maybe it'll be cool, but from what I've seen, it's just no good right now. Either way, our top speed is already quite amazing, and that's part of the appeal of a Supra. We lost a little bit of speed there on that corner, which is to be expected on stock tires with a decent amount of power. Not very much traction, but as you saw, that incline there slowed us down a little bit. So going back the other direction is almost essential. Basically, we reached our top speed, so not really worried. I don't think we're going to see much higher than 173 if we do, but here we go. Just to make sure we can reach our top speed, I'm not going to start from a standstill this time. I'm just going to go for it and see how it goes. Now, another reason why starting from this side might be a little bit smarter is because you tackle this first corner, well, I mean this corner right here, the one that gave us a little bit of trouble, you tackle it much earlier. So you'll be going slower on this corner, meaning it's probably going to be a little bit easier to navigate. So when we hit it last time, we were going 170. This time we're going under 150. See? No drama. Perfect. Now the next thing I'll have to worry about is a slight curve you got to deal with near the end of this. But by that point, we should already have hit our top speed or have gotten pretty close to it. So we'll see. 165. And we are in top gear. This is a 6-speed. Oh, here we go. It's 170. 1, 2, 3. Can we go any higher? 4. 174. That might be it. God, this is so dramatic. I'm staring at the speedometer. I'm like, oh no, keep looking at the car. Keep looking at the car. 175. There it is. There it is. 175 miles an hour. And here's the curve I was talking about. That's basically our top. We're done. We're done with that run. That's awesome. And let's modify the car now. Let's make it faster. I say we should make our goal 200 miles an hour at least. I mean, maybe that's a small goal for now, but let's see. If we can break it easily, then we'll move on to something else. Alright, I'll meet you guys at the upgrade screen. Alright, in the upgrade screen we are. Let's check it out. Engine swaps. What can we do? We can get a 5.7 liter V8 or a 5.2 liter V10. In terms of power, this is 325 versus 320, and this is 562. Now, basically, no matter what you say, it's probably going to be faster to go straight to the V10. That seems to make the most sense to me right now. It's slightly lighter, at least stock, and it's a much bigger motor. 562 horsepower is nothing to laugh at. And ultimately, it'll probably make more power than the stock powertrain, even though I do love the stock powertrain, you know, 2JZ all the way. We're trying to break land records here, so let's go with that. Let's do that. Even though that costs a pretty penny, we've got plenty of money. We could make this all-wheel drive, but the thing is, even though that would help out with our launch a lot and our acceleration, our top speed would go down quite a bit. As you see there, we lose quite a bit there, and plus we gain weight and more weight on the front. Not that, you know, weight distribution really matters too much here. Yeah, so whatever. Nothing we can do there then. Now comes the question of twin turbo or supercharger. Twin turbo. I mean, as you can see, it just really helps out more across the board. Doubles the power that supercharger makes. Our top speed is going to definitely improve with this and brings us up to 637 horsepower. That's incredible. And basically, we're only adding power here. I plan on maxing this out. So let's go. Another 10 horsepower there. Alright, and there we go. We are now sitting at 917 horsepower, our max horsepower reading. No, don't go to test drive. Don't do that. And 627 pound-feet of torque. We're sitting at 3,362 pounds, which isn't much heavier than when we started. Maybe we gained 40 pounds, and our weight distribution remained the same. Now, I want to complain about something. I'm upset that they got rid of the little displacement reading. I like knowing exactly how big my motor is. And you're probably thinking, well, you already know it's a 5.2 liter V10. Well, yeah, but when you upgrade the displacement, that changes. I want to know exactly what it is. But whatever. Basically, I am going to be silly. I'm going to be ridiculous and go straight to test drive. I don't know why I went to free play before when I could have just gone to test drive, but it's not like it's a really huge deal. But we're going to go straight to test drive with all of this power. Yeah, that's all that I'm doing. Not going to affect the suspension. transmission. Not going to change a thing. We're just going to throw power on it and go for it. We're going to be like Idaho muscle car guys. So yeah. And I live in Idaho. I know these things. God, come on. Load up, Lamont. The only thing good... Nope, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Going to restrain myself a little bit today. Going to put myself on a bit of a leash. Now, this video ends up being a little bit longer. I'm not going to feel too bad about that, mainly because of last week's video being so short. But anyway, let's light up those tires after we listen to it for a second. Let's give it a two-step. Basically, we're getting a little bit of fire from the exhaust no matter what. Let's just floor it. Second gear wheel spin. Third. And there we go. We're solved. Now see, this is one of those things, when you have this much power, basically, I feel like we'll be able to start off in third gear. When you have stock tires and a fully maxed engine, you're probably going to get wheel spin in third. Yep. Not very much. But downshift to second, you'll be good. So this is basically a drift car now. This is what non-drifters thinks it take. Okay, that was totally a bad sentence. And that one was too. This is what non-drifters think it takes to drift. A lot of power. And it can be done. However, you know, I've learned a couple of years ago I learned that you really don't need too much power to drift. You just need to know how to do it. You need enough power, at least, and proper tires. Loose tires. That's what it takes. I know this one obviously isn't tuned to drift, so it's not the best. But it is pretty easy to hang the tail out. It's awesome. I couldn't imagine driving a car like this. This is like a death trap. This is more dangerous than a salvage car title. Which people honestly freak out about a little bit too much. I mean, if it's salvage titles alone, those can be scary. But if it's a salvage rebuilt title, then really, what's the big deal? You know, it was inspected, it was fixed. I mean, unless it was done under the table and improperly. I mean, but usually it's not. I don't know. My car's a salvage rebuilt. Anyway, let's do this. 175 is the record to beat. Let's go for it. Obviously, I have a lot more power. Still a 6-speed. Whoa. Hopefully we don't crash. That wheel spin will be something we need to fix, and it'll probably help us out in the long run. Let's see, we're already in 5th. There's 180. We're obviously breaking the record already. 190. Yeah, we're going to break 200 easy. Wow. Okay. 210. 215. 220. 225. 230. And it might sound ludicrous of me to say this, but I've never built a Supra in any of the Forza Motorsport games, only in Forza Horizon, and I have no idea why. There we go. 240 miles an hour. 241. Wow. We're not going to make this turn very easily. We're not. Oh. Wall contact. Wall contact. Maintain. Maintain. And our brakes aren't anywhere near as good as our engine is. So stopping, it's going to be hard. Whatever. Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect it to be that good. Wow. Let's go back. Now, basically, if you didn't see that, this is the challenge I expected to run into, where I would be close to my top speed, but wouldn't be able to make it there due to, you know, too much weight or something, or not enough track. But actually, this thing is so fast with all of this power. We were almost redlining in 6th gear. So that's just incredible. I mean, we were over 240 miles an hour. We were almost redlining in 6th gear. We were basically at the top end. So there really isn't too much more to break from here. But don't worry, we're going to give it our best. We are going to do more. So let's see, including, you know, a slight decline, what we can get to. 242. I saw it. 242. Lost by those slight inclines. Come on. I'm watching it. I'm watching it very carefully. Shit. Yeah. We're at 242 miles an hour. That's our max currently. Man, this thing's awesome. Let's do... Okay. Let's do what everyone does in their first front-wheel drive car. Let's come to a complete stop, gun it in reverse, and then shift back into first and gun it again. And that's the only way we can do a burnout. Poor Honda Civics. Basically at this point, I think I want to break 250 miles an hour. I think that's the minimum of my goals. Now aerodynamics will help us out with this. Acceleration at least will benefit. I don't know how much top speed will. But also if we can reduce a bit of weight, that would be nice. It looks like all of these add 2 pounds, which isn't a huge deal. But who knows? I mean, maybe that won't make such a difference in the long run. It's basically like... See, none of this is helping my actual top speed, and it's adding weight. So I think at this point, it's definitely not worth adding anything to the front. Let's see what else. Wing. I don't see any wings really helping us out. See, that, in fact, lowers our top speed. However, it might be a good idea to go with the race wing and then tune it to speed. Maybe that would help. But I honestly think it'd just be better to do nothing. In fact, taking off the rear wing would decrease weight. And none of these other ones decrease weight, as you can imagine. So just taking this off would be nice. How much are they charging for me to do that? $100 to take off the wing. That's just kind of silly. Whatever. 5 pounds gone. Rear bumper. God, these just... That's an awful rear bumper. Alright, again, no weight lost, only weight gained. So let's move on to side skirts. I actually expect side skirts to help out a little bit. No? It reduces drag, but I feel like that won't really help us in the top speed portion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, really, I just see it as adding weight. I mean, these add like a good 7 pounds. The wing we took off would be replaced by that weight. Now, the hood, I'm definitely all for. Not because I really like the way it looks. I mean, it's kind of so-so for me. Just on the edge of Ricer, in my opinion. But it takes off another 6 pounds, and it helps lighten up the front end. So, yeah. Looks like right now we're looking at a 0 to 60 of 4.08. Does this change it at all? It does. Look at that. That's really cool. Anyway, let's do that. Let's take off some more weight. Drops to 33.51. We're almost down to stock weight now. Tires are the next best thing. Now, really, for top speed, drag tires aren't necessary. So I think I'm just going to go with these for the best grip. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Lateral G's go up quite a bit, though. Now, I think for top speed purposes, we're going to leave these skinny. Because really, putting these on will add weight. And we don't really need too much grip in the front. What we need grip on is in the rear. So I think doing that like all the way would be nice. But then again, that would help with acceleration, but it's not really going to help out in the top speed. So I think honestly leaving the tires stock width is fine. Now, I'm pretty sure, now this is true in Forza 4 at least, that these wheels, the Dymags, decrease more weight than any other wheel. So what is that? That's 34 pounds lost. So that is the obvious choice. Now they're not, my favorite wheel, but we'll make them black. We'll make them look nice, so we don't have to worry. We are going to leave them as small as possible at 17-inch. Save weight, of course. We are below stock weight at this point, I believe. So let's see. Now let's decrease shift times so that we have more time to reach our full potential. Look at that, so great. Drive line, decrease more weight. Yeah, we're definitely below the stock weight now. This won't really help us out for what we're doing, but whatever, we'll just throw it on. Might as well blow all our money. Now, surprisingly, going with bigger brakes saves weight. Now that, I don't know all the ins and outs of, but it saves quite a bit of weight, as you can see. So we're going to do that for sure. Plus, it looks cooler, and it's better. Lowering the car 0.6 of an inch, it lowers our weight, and I guess makes us more aerodynamic, so let's go with that. Anti-roll bars actually allow you to lose weight, so I'm going to do that. I believe we lose 5 pounds for front and for rear. Yep. We're not going to be throwing in a roll cage, because although that will make us stiff, it's not going to help us in the top speed. Now, of course, if you wanted to break 250 miles an hour, I doubt many tracks would, or any tracks, would let you try that without a roll cage. Maybe you could go once, and then they'd be like, okay, nope, you're not going to do that again. Either way, 600 pounds off. We're down to 2,600 pounds. Almost down to the weight of my Civic, actually. That's pretty awesome. That's basically all we can do in the way of that. I'll meet you guys at the lineup. And here we are, guys. Looking at our Supra wingless with Dymags. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't look exactly how I would personally want it, but to each their own. I went carbon fiber for the hood. Decided to leave it blue just because I kind of like this blue. Yeah, if I was going to build it, I would probably go with, you know, maybe a body kit, maybe a front bumper at least, possibly side skirts. Leave the hood stock, leave on the stock wing. But, you know, whatever. We're not doing a taste build. I added window tint, as you can see, and that adds weight. I shouldn't have done that. Just kidding. In this game, it doesn't affect it. Anyway, let's go down and see what we can do. Now we're actually still getting quite a bit of wheel spin. Go away, cone. I don't have time for you. But yeah, so we've upgraded the compound, but our width is the same. That shouldn't really affect our top speed. We're saving weight here, man, which is all that matters. There's 230, 35. I don't think our top speed is going to change. 240, 241, 242. It might change slightly, ever so slightly. Come on, at least hit 242 again. We should be able to take this turn a lot better, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to lose so much speed by this point anyway. Yeah. Oh, made slight contact with the wall there. Yeah, we're going to have to come back the other way to see if we can maybe gain another mile an hour. Let's go. Going immediately, not even wasting time. Okay, I gotta stop with this wheel spin. Come on, gain control. Okay, we gotta start over. That was a disaster. And here we go for another attempt. We're gonna try to get a bit of a rolling start here. Let's go. Just a bit of a rolling start, remember. There we go. That was a much, much smoother start. We're going to be going much faster coming back this way than we think. Easily over 200. There's 200. Wow, we're reaching our top speed so quick. 220, 225, 230, 235. Let's see. Come on. 243 at least. Do it. Flooring it, obviously. 241. I saw 242 just for a second. Come on. I really thought that losing the weight or something would really help me go that 1 extra mile an hour, but I guess we were really just hitting that rev range that whole time, so might have been foolish to expect that, but that's okay. Still got a plan. Let's go into the tune setup here. Change a couple things. Don't need to mess with that. Now gearing is what we want to mess with. Now adjusting the final drive will change our acceleration and top speed. So right now, you see our benchmark is telling us our top speed is 243.9 miles an hour. Now, you're probably thinking like, whoa, what's the point of even doing all these tests if you know what your top speed is going to be? Well, see, that's what it tells you, but that doesn't mean you'll actually be able to make it. As you saw, we didn't even hit 243. That's almost 244. We barely even saw 242. So in real driving conditions, on the actual road, in the racetrack, on the longest straight there is, if we can't make it there, we can't make it anywhere. So that top speed is not enough. The benchmark telling us that is not enough for me. So basically, adjust this to the right, and you'll see your top speed changing. See, it's down to 231. That's towards the acceleration side. Now if we go towards the speed side, to like here, 255. Now if you keep going, 254. So now basically you got to find the sweet spot. So that's 254, and let's see what happens if we go all the way. Let's just do that for fun. 249. So see, that's not going to help us. Let's go towards the middle. And I'm basically just going to, it's 255.4. What happens if I go one left? Nope, that's worse. So I'm going to keep going as far to the right until it gets worse. 0.6. All right, it looks like I found the sweet spot right here at 2.52. Our top speed is supposedly at 256.4 miles per hour, which should be plenty to allow us to hit 250 at least. Now, the thing I'm worried about is, are we going to have enough space? Are we going to have the road required to reach that? And you're probably thinking, well, what's the difference? Why wouldn't we? We've been hitting pretty close to that anyway. Well, when you adjust the final drive so drastically, the car's performance goes down a bit. As you'll see here, if we can stop wheel spinning so much, our acceleration is decreased. And although you can't tell because of all that wheel spin, our gears are now, whoa, wasn't expecting that, are a bit longer. And it's taking us longer to reach our top speed because our acceleration has been decreased. However, I still think we have enough space. So there's fifth gear. We might need a rolling start, honestly, to be able to make this. We'll take our chances, though. See, we're not even in sixth gear yet, and we hit 240. Honestly, sixth gear at this point might be worthless. 7, 48, 49. Oh, shit. Turned a little too much. But yeah, honestly, I don't think we're going to get any acceleration in sixth gear. We're going to try going back again. Not necessarily from a standstill, but pretty close to it. But then if we can't make it on the way back, then we're going to try another rolling start from there. Oh. Let's go. As you can see here, we're able to manage second gear a little bit better until we get to the top end where the wheel spin suddenly kicks in. But I think we'll be able to handle it. It's fifth, of course. 220, 225, 230. God, we're gonna get so close. 235, 240, 245. 7, 8, 9, 250. There it is. 250 miles an hour. 251. 252. Keep going. No, we screwed up. We screwed up. We're done. 252 miles an hour is what we reached. Maybe we can go a little bit more. Maybe. Let's try. We're going to try one more run. And right here, we don't have to go too fast. We don't. Let's go from here. Switch into third gear before it screws us over. Already at 160. Fourth gear. 180. 200. 220. Oh, shit. I forgot to shift up. Crap. We were in fourth gear just then. Ah. Crap. 240. We're probably not going to hit 250 now because of that. Never mind, there's 250 anyway. Made that turn with confidence that time. Yeah, see, let's go into sixth gear. We'll probably end up going slower and slower and slower. Or we'll maintain the same speed. That's exactly what would happen if you hit a tire wall at 250 miles an hour. That's exactly what would happen. Anyway, that's it, guys. Sorry if you didn't like the longer video, but I mean, you guys might think I'm lying, but I honestly didn't think we were going to hit 250 miles an hour. My first goal initially was just going to be 200 miles an hour or 215 or something like that. I didn't think I would need to push it all the way up to 250, but that's great. This is not the fastest a car can go in this game either. My brother, actually, it was in Forza 4. I don't know if he's done it in Forza 6 yet, but he made the McLaren F1 go over 270 miles an hour. So there is definitely more to be broken, but I honestly can't believe the Supra, you know, which in this game costs, you know, less than 6 figures, can go Bugatti speeds and honestly crush a Bugatti no problem. You know, in the quarter mile, half mile, even maybe even the 1 mile, it would destroy the Bugatti. And we didn't have to spend nearly as much money as the Bugatti's worth to do it. I mean, I don't even know exactly how much we did spend, but that's awesome. Now, like I said, this Supra doesn't exactly look exactly how I'd want it to, but this was a good test. I'm glad I did it. I'm surprised by the results. Just to think that this car can make it to 250 miles an hour. I mean, I guess that isn't really this car because it has that V10 out of another car. So, I mean, it's not the stock powertrain. But, I mean, I'm sure it could still do pretty well with that. Not saying it could reach 250 miles an hour, because I don't know. Like I said, I haven't built too many Supras in my day. But this was a cool test, nonetheless. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying these Forza videos because I love making them. And I can't wait to see you guys here again next Monday for another all-exciting episode of Forza Motorsport 6.